will do, I'll create a one process application and I'll show you like inside the process application what and all artifacts are available. Okay. So to create application in your case also in lower in higher version 25 version also we have this option called create process application, create new process application. When you create it, right? So we have to give the process name, and based upon that this acronym name will be auto generated. Okay. So you got chance to create any process application previously?
I was creating one badge request, this employee badge request application. So I created,
You created it, right?
uh-huh. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let me create our credit card application. Okay. So okay. So I name our application as credit card processing. So based upon that, this acronym name is auto generated. So what is the importance of this acronym name that you need to understand? So do you know like what is the use of this acronym name?
It's like a identification, right, sir? Means it will be like a prefix. I have seen. Suppose there will be 10, 20 applications will be there. That particular application will be recognized. All the artifacts associated to that particular process will be recognized by having this acronym as a prefix, or so that's something like that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
So
I'm wrong.
uh, for example, we have some 100 employees, right? So 100 employees in a company. So each 100 employees will be having a unique IDs, right? So this person has this unique ID. Similar way, in our BPM, even though we might be having some 20, 30 applications. So how will identify those applications, right? So those application will be identified with this acronym name. So each application will be having a unique acronym name. So if in the system level, what happens, right? This acronym name is belongs to this particular application, which is unique. So when you are referring to this acronym name, so that is nothing but our system is referring to credit card processing application. So that is the importance of this acronym name, which is the identifier for, which is a unique identifier for credit card processing application.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this acronym name automatically the system will generate. So here, right? So based upon already there are some application are created. So
Hmm.
system will check. Okay, with this acronym name, anything is there.
Oh,
So based upon the name we enter, so this acronym name which will generate. So here there are some. It will keep these acronym name and it will give you unique acronym name. Okay, or if you want to use this generated acronym name, you can use it. Otherwise, you can change it. So I can change it to CAP. Okay. Then what happens?
so
It checks.
once created, it cannot be changed, right, sir?
No, no. Once application is created, you should not change acronym name. So if you
Okay.
change it,
Oh, no, no, sir. Why I'm saying, suppose there will be old application will be somebody has created, and some new application is already there, and there is a chance that already same application. I get it. When we are creating in the same portal, it might be the system will check and it will. But suppose we imported some application which were there in other server, and then that by chance, if there is a possibility of same
it will
acronym,
give a
is there
error.
a,
It will give
it
a
will
error
give.
there. So when you are
Okay.
importing that, it will give a error. Okay.
Error. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
So it will give a error and it will generate a new acronym name and it will import it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And backend it will do all the changes, because once I acronym change,
Yes.
whatever respective the ones you were explaining, so it will automatically modify itself, right, sir? Means if
Yes.
they
Yes.
change.
System will
Okay.
modify that. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Now I can change it or I can use whichever system is generated. Okay. So now then you can give a description. What is the purpose of this application? Then create. So when you create application, the complete this credit card processing application got opened, right? So here, so first thing, you can see overview. So which will tell you like what is your process of name, and also like what is the theme this particular process application is using, and how many exposed process are there. So and any exposed like heritage human services are there, those detail you can see. And if any web services are created, so all those detail you can see here. But as of now, our credit card application is blank, right? So we are not created any services, and we are not exposed it. Exposed is nothing but we exposed our service as a REST to the external system. So that is what meaning of exposed. You are
Okay,
clear,
that
right, Jay?
and those when we'll be exposing that just before this session you were explaining about that APIs, right? So
Yes.
so those APIs, whatever we were there, so those APIs will be process APIs or that service API or something was there. So those APIs will be called here and
Exposed I'm
exposed.
talking. No, no, no. Only exposed. So
Okay, okay.
only exposed means there will be. I won't be exposing complete system, right? The
Ha ha
only
ha.
particular process I'll be exposing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Particular heritage human service I'll exposing. Only those we can see here. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And environment variable is the one more thing, which is example, your environment specific, you want to maintain some constant. Like a test URL will be different, right? Test UAT URL will be different. Production URL will be different. So you need some place where you can maintain all the environment details. Dev, like you are calling one third party system. For that, this is the dev URL. So when you are calling same application, when you deploy to the test environment, so for the test environment, that is the URL. Like for the calling the system, the test URL is different. So that URL you can maintain in the environment variables. So that is the purpose of this environment variables string. So servers. So here this is where you can see servers which are created as part of when you are integrating with third party system, there will be servers will be get created, so where you will be maintaining the host detail, port number, username and password. So uh, so during that time, like when you're integrating with third party system, server will be get created. So that server you can see here. Or when you are integrating with filenet, right? So you want to maintain the filenet server detail. So you are trying to connect from BPM, you are trying to connect filenet system. So then where those server detail you need to maintain. So that you can add a server here, and you can maintain the those ECM server or filenet server detail here. Okay, you're clear, Jay?
And sir, just can you go back to that environment variable, sir, just for one
Yeah.
second? And sir, here, uh, variable in the sense, in my mind, it was only about variables like name, business of variables. I was thinking till now in my mind. Okay, suppose first name, last name, all those things. But as you are telling that, suppose some external server details or anything which we might be using those as testing or any other, suppose at the application level, so we will be declaring those things here, right? Means
Declaring is
those as
not
well.
like you will be maintaining those detail here. We are not
Okay,
going to
okay.
declare anything. So you
Uh-huh.
will be adding a variable. So here
Uh-huh.
I
Uh,
have something like KYC system,
uh-huh.
KYC endpoint. And
Mm.
you are aware of endpoint, right? Endpoints.
Yes. Yes.
So URL and API URLs for endpoints, KYC. I want to call the Aadhaar card portal. So for Aadhaar
Mm.
card, right? For they will provide some URL for dev system. Dev is
Okay,
nothing but
okay.
abc.com is the dev URL. So when you are calling.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
for development, it is the same. Default and
Oh,
development both are same. But test
okay,
it
okay,
might
okay,
be
okay.
dbc.com. Okay, something. Okay, and for UAT it might be kkk.com. Right.
Mhm.
So
I mean,
when you deploy,
okay. So, like, suppose, sorry to interrupt. I'm asking, like, we are nowadays, everyone is asking. Suppose integrate a Gmail or anything. They give this their endpoint key and all this URL. So,
yes,
whatever URLs, external things we are going to use, we have to declare those things under environment variables. then only
And declare
those
will be maintaining it. So you will be
maintaining it.
maintaining all those variables
Uh,
inside the environment variables.
and
So
so they will be used whenever they suppose in when we will create processes. So if they wanted to call any one of them, they can call it. If it is not
all right.
declared, they can,
Yes.
right, right. Okay.
Declare is nothing but it's already here initialized, right? So
Mm,
it's you are already created a variable and you kept a value. So you want to use it. Then you will be using directly. You'll be calling tw dot tw dot this env dot this variable name. So when you call this variable name, so if you are running the process in the dev environment, so this value will be picked. When you are running when you deploy the application in the test environment, so this value will be picked automatically. When you are running in the UAT and production, respected value will be picked. You are clear or not clear? I'll tell you one more example, so then it will help you. So we'll be having a database, right?
mm,
Database. So example, I'll tell like C CCP underscore DB. So database, what happens for dev environment, it will be separate database. It's a dev DB, right? So dev DB will be configured in the VAS console. And same one for dev, for default and dev, it is a dev DB. But test environment, there will be separate database will be there. Test DB will be there, right? So and UAT, it will be UAT DB, and production will be production DB, prod DB. So now I won't be like this is actually a constant which is environment specific. Dev database. So whenever I'm running application in the dev environment, I need a dev database to be used. So that is environment specific. So those details where I'll maintain, I'll be creating one variable under the environment variable section. So there I will be storing the environment specific detail, which is the dev database is environment specific, which is used in dev environment. That detail I will be maintaining here. In the application level, whenever I'm integrating the database, right, at that time I'll call this variable and I'll get the value and I'll use it. Similar way, when I deployed the same application in the test environment, I need a test environment specific detail. So how I'll get it? So in the application level, I know I call this variable, right? So whenever this variable is executed, it will get the detail from here. So and that value will be used. You are understanding, right?
yes, 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 yes. So
Right?
it will be like a division on the basis of on the basis of environment, what exactly
Yes.
which one I wanted to refer for which environment. Under the key, once you refer the key, it will have a separate options will be there, and based on your requirement, suppose you are trying to get the information for development, then you will be using dev underscore db. If you are referring to test, then you will be under using test under db, but this key will be fixed for all, right, for that particular.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
Yes, correct.
correct.
So,
Mm,
example, ID, email address will be there. In dev and test, we will be using some sample emails, right? Production
mm,
will be using real-time users
mm,
emails.
mm.
So, in that case, for production, real-time email will be picked. For dev and dev environment, it is a sample testing email will be picked. Just I'm telling as an email address example. I'm telling. So similar way APIs. So dev and test you'll be using different APIs. Those API detail you can maintain here. So based upon the environment, the detail will be picked whenever application is running. Clear? Clear, Jay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm clear. I'm clear, sir.
Okay. So apart from that, so inspector here designer is a where you'll be designing your application. So designer will be used for creating your artifact. So you can here you can use this plus button and you are create your artifact. But inspector is the one where you can see instance detail. So whatever you can see under the process admin control inspector, those detail is available under the inspector. So here you can see you can run your process application. For example, you started the process application, instance got created. Then those created instance detail you can see here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
The next one is here creating a version, right? So you develop the code, everything is done. So you want to take a version. So you want to take a version, you need to deploy it. So how we'll do it? So you will be having you will be clicking on the you will be clicking on this create snapshot. then there will be two options. You can create a new snapshot, new version, where you have to give the name and finish. The snapshot version will be created. Otherwise, you want to see how many what is the old snapshot which is created. Then you can click on view old snapshot. Then all those detail will be shown here. Okay, and these are undo. So just you made the changes, but you want to do, so you can undo and all those like redo and undo. You can do it. And saving, this is actually save purpose, and you want to go back to the workflow center. You can use this return to workflow center, or nowadays like in the higher version here only it will show. So there will be option here. If you click here, automatically it will move back to your workflow center. Okay, clear, Jay?
Yes, sir. Yeah.